Been down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his team.
Influential with his taste, for sure, David. Thank you. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. And for the Lakers, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's James in at the three. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt. With guys about your size, Kevin.
Wait a minute. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Houston moving it around. Gordon kicks to Harden. Now the pass to Capella. Back to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Los Angeles. Rondo scanning the floor. Pass to Kuzma. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Boy, Kuzma's such an impressive player, able to dial it in from these in-between spots with relative ease.
Back to Westbrook. Jacks up a three. Sinks the triple.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in the poster if you let him.
Now here is Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
Woo. That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing. Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Pass to Rondo. And here's Kuzma. Here's LeBron. Sweet little floater.
And you know, for such a physically powerful player, guys, James also has a deft shooting touch. I mean, showing it off there. You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's James. Rondo finds James. Back to Rondo. Outside, Green. This is it to Davis. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense. Moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Tucker can't get it to go.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
It's trailed by 5. Up top, Capella. The kick out to Westbrook. Tucker, the pass to Capella. Here's the 3. It's good from Gordon on the assist from Capella. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now, here is Harden. His three-pointers off the mark. LeBron outside. Over in the corner, Green drills the three-pointer. Green's got 5.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And the shot goes down.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And looking back, an underrated part of the DeRozan-Kawhi trade, the Raptors also getting Danny Green. Green, one of the better 3-and-D wings in the league, way more than a throw-in.
The first one falls. And you look at Danny Green's play, he had both ends. Hard to believe the Spurs gave him up.
I mean, over 40% from long range, locked down defensively. Not a lot of flash, but plenty of substance to his game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. JaVale McGee comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for LeBron. And Cook sub in for Rajon Rondo.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Capella. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Here's Gordon. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Capella against Green. Down low. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Daniels, he's checked in for Green.
You look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
Now, here's Capella. Rivers, good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Lakers leading by 8. Now Daniels. Cook kicks to Daniels. And the pass to Cousins. Just 5 to shoot. Here is Cook. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The offensive rebound and the slam dunk by McGee.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
There's the steal. Here's Caldwell Pope. He goes up again, and the layup good by McGee. McGee's got 6 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Here's Capella, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying a 12. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Clint Capella, Gerald Green out there with Austin Rivers, and there's Gordon, and it's House in at the power forward. Bradley's checked in for Caldwell Pope. The Rockets shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Mark, the level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and
Yes.
have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
To the inside, Bradley. Great D that time from Green. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players. They know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Evan?
Good point, David. Thank you. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Cousins. James comes in for Troy Daniels. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Cook. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. It's Bradley on the wing. Shot clock at 5, and the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Davis is checked in. James outside. Back to Davis. LeBron kicks to Davis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one. Rockets trailed by 14.
Well, I don't think it's been a secret. I mean, LeBron James hopes to become the greatest of all time. At least that's my perspective on it. Last season, he surpassed his idol, Michael Jordan, in career scoring. He called it one of the real pinnacles of his career.
Inside, here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Outside, House, and another 3 for Houston. And you might think about what sets LeBron James apart among the all-time greats. He's the only player who's top 10 in both scoring and assists.
Well, I would even take it a little further, guys. His overall all-around brilliance is what truly separates him from the rest of the great players, because he's top 20 in steals as well as approaching top 50 in rebounds. That's remarkable, and he's done it from day one. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Rondo dishes to Davis. Kicks to Bradley. Davis against Capella. To the middle. Westbrook with the block. Bradley against Harden. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Westbrook against Rondo. And nothing is falling for him right now. Rockets trail by 7. House the pass to Westbrook. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. The kick out to Westbrook. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Capella. And that one hits back iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Bradley, that's for 2. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And here's Rondo. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Loads it up for Davis. Rebounded by Capella.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range, terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
James wide open. It's good from long range. LeBron's got 9. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Lakers on top, leading by 7.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sport. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a nice 7-point lead. Chad, what was your takeaway on the Lakers? And that should do it with the second half.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career. And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Offensive rebound, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Westbrook finds Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's 12 points for James Harden.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Lakers leading by 5. Rondo passes to Kuzma. Right side Davis. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Harden the pass to Capella. Westbrook double team. Outside Gordon. From deep three-point range, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
And really the three-point shot is Gordon's specialty, Kevin. When he squares himself up, there's a real high chance he's dropping it in.
LeBron outside. And James throws it down hard.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Rondo dishes to Davis. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
From deep, Harden, count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Mark, a lot of young players in this NBA becoming top 10 players as they mature. Who are some of the guys you spot that are really going to make a mark?
Well, they've already made a mark, and you anticipate it'll continue to be that way. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. I like Jaylen Brown in Boston, as well as Jason Tatum there. And clearly Zion Williamson has a chance to be really special.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And, guys, you look at the Rockets, they've been in the midst of a great championship window. A lot of teams have been trying to avoid going for titles against the Warriors. The Rockets have been in win-now mode, very aggressive in trying to get to the top.
A 3-ball. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Cook. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Rivers. Clark, you have to admire the Rockets for not shying away from the challenge of keeping up with a great team like Golden State.
Yeah, I have great respect for the Rockets, guys, because they've come as close as any team in the West to knocking off the Warriors. They took them to a Game 7 and also had a chance in last season's playoff when KD was injured. I think you've got to admire their competitive spirit and not backing down.
Right, you're right, Clark. Rockets trailed by 8. To the paint, kicks it out to Gordon. Houston moving the ball around. Harden finds Gordon, back to Harden. Capella with it, he's covered by Daniels. Shoots from 12. Capella with the bucket.
Capella wanting to work on his jump shot a little more, proving there he can get it done.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Cook, the pass to Cousins. Got a piece of it. He had stolen by Capella. Back to Gordon. Intercepted. Here's Cook. Good work defensively by Harden. Rockets trail by 6. Gordon kicks to Harden. Off target from 3-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And, Capella has a big body, Kevin, and knows how to use it as he draws contact from the defense on his way up.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. LeBron comes in for Troy Daniels. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Quinn Cook. And a change for the Rockets. Emmanuel House is checked in for Eric Gordon.
Yeah, and the long reach of Cousins really enables him to hammer home some skyscraping jam.
Rivers passes to Capella. Here's Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 19 points.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, he can't do it by himself.
Pass to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Harden dishes to Rivers. And the 3-ball is good. Rivers has got 6 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. He's got 9.
Capella is getting better at sharing the ball, wanting to improve that part of his game.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Lakers lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Tucker and Capella are up front. Russell Westbrook out there with Austin Rivers, and it's House in at the small forward.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Westbrook finds Rivers over Rondo. Rivers can't get it to go.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. 4-point game. Takes the 3. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist from Tucker. 14 points for Austin Rivers.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. Gordon's checked in for Daniel House. Outside, Green. Pass to LeBron. 6 to shoot. A 15-footer. But they'll get another chance. And Capella sends it back.
Boy, the timing Capella has on the defensive end, outstanding. Terrific at knowing exactly when to go up for those blocks.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well. Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Houston moving it around. Back to Rivers. Outside Westbrook. Launches it. A rebound by the Lakers.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And they're able to recover. They get it again. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And finished off by Westbrook.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
And the Lakers call time here. Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
Davis is checked in for the Lakers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Thank you, David. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Houston making a switch. Harden's checked in. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. To the inside, puts it up from 12, and he knocks down the jumper. Westbrook's got the lead up to 3 now for Houston.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Passes to Davis. Shoots over Capella. That one wide left.
Or the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
There's the pass to Tucker. Over LeBron. Tucker can't get it to go.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain. Kyle Kuzma, a man you can trust in the clutch. Big spots, big shots.
Double team on Westbrook. A nice shot by Tucker.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Loads it up for Davis. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Harden, no good. Lakers trail by 3, and it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .57 left in the fourth quarter. James against Gordon. James, no good. Houston leading by 3, and Tucker kicks to Harden. Shoots it up. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And yes, it's good.
And you know, we've come to expect this from LeBron James, guys. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, he rises to the occasion.
Pass to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Over Rondo. And that one's good. Westbrook. Westbrook's got 10 points in just the second half.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Harden draws the double. He kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Tucker. Rockets hits. And here's Harden, started by Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the score.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 3. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here. Ooh! That's how you attack.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
It's Harden with the drive. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Got it.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 1. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Tucker, the pass to Harden. From 13. Ooh, offline. And so they foul intentionally.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And, you know, when you played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down, but LeBron still going strong.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 2. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Buries lands the triple.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 1. 8 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
And this is why Rondo is so special. A proven champion who time and time again comes up big in critical stretches of the game.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment. Just, David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, a big point of emphasis: control the tempo.
thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kip. DA, take it away.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. LeBron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run some.
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, DA. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the small forward spot. And for Boston, Tucker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Tatum and Cantor together down low. And it's Hayward in at the small forward. Now here's Van Vliet. It's tipped.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Of course, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
Here's Gasol. Count it.
That 7'1" frame of Marc Gasol, strength, power, you name it, he can absorb contact.
Left side, Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Gasol. Here's Powell. Sinks that one from the post.
Wow, what a find. Marc Gasol, one of the best passing big men in the league.
The kick out to Brown. Down low. Cantor, the pass to Tatum. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Pass to Gasol. Van Vliet with it. Brown on him.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Inside, and Cantor throws it down.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Pass to Powell. Lowry feeling it out a bit. And the three off target. The Celtics have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Siakam outside. They need this. And against the basket, officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the game. Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam, drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Brown. Lowry against Walker. Lowry finds Van Vliet. A floater. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
We call that floor vision, gentlemen. Kyle Lowry with the pretty pass.
Tatum passes to Walker. Lays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. Semi Ojeleye comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Langford subbed in for Walker. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And McCaw is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Langford misses. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Hollis Jefferson can't tie it up as that one's no good. And it's Williams with the ball for the Celtics. Williams kicks to Williams. Over to the wing. Langford, the pass to Ojeleye. And here is Williams. Guarded by Powell. Here's Smart. Hands it from downtown.
Growing confidence in his jumper. Smart is rising and firing after the catch of the pass. Nice.
Powell, the pass to Anunoby. Launches a three. Hits it from three-point range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Langford misses.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transition. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
Now here's Powell. Defense right on him. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Cloak loose. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. 5 on the clock. Powell for 3. Ogilvy grabs the rebound. The Celtics have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Williams kicks to Langford. Here's Ogilvy. And again, Boston with the triple.
And you see Langford's ability as a facilitator, great court awareness.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
He got it up. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And so it's the Boston Celtics heading. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it compliments Kyle Lowry.
My defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
We got Daniel Tice. Williams is out there with Ogilvy. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Langford in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
Tice finds Smart. Over Lowry. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. And a new group in for the Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. Gordon Hayward comes in for Semi Ojeleye. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Langford. And Walker subbed in for Marcus Smart. And then for Toronto, Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Pascal Siakam comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Patrick McCaw. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, Jason Tatum at 6'8" with authority. That's nice.
Raptors trail by 13. And here is VanVleet. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lowry passes to Hollis Jefferson. Shoots over Walker. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Gasol finds Lowry. And good work on the boards. They pick up a second chance points.
Kyle Lowry, despite his diminutive size and point guard position, is one of the best rebounders from his position. Big time.
Here's Brown. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And it's good, 2 points.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Tatum's shot is off.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
But they recover it. No good from Gasol. Celtics leading by 11. Brown outside. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And Kevin, Jaylen Brown thrives when it comes to scoring through contact. This is a guy who is constantly looking to initiate that body contact with the defense.
Hayward on the wing. Over in the corner, Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. That's now 8 points for Jaylen Brown.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the Raptors miss again. Boston's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Outside, Walker. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown outside. Tice kicks to Tatum. A three-pointer, no good. Raptors trail by 16. And Lowry has it in the corner. Passes it to Van Vliet. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Van Vliet's got 7 points in the game.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Gasol. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, Marc Gasol, 7'1". That's an easy one.
Back to Brown. The kick out to Walker. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 7.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Out in front of the half is Boston. They're leading by 16. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't.
And that does it for our halftime show.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
He's
done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Raptors 5 right now. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Powell in at the 3. Here's Siakam. That one, no good. Excellent D from Cantor. One of the bigger names on the free agent market this past year, Kemba Walker.
And it didn't take long for him to land with Boston to replace Kyrie. Hornets made an attempt but offered well below Kemba's value. I think Kemba's going to be a great fit in Boston.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Well, Pascal Siakam's handle has gotten tighter, and that makes a dribble drive a problem for the defender.
For 3, Hayward. The kick out to Brown. And here's Tatum for 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Lowry just says, listen, I got this. He is so confident off the dribble. Those pull-up jumpers are money.
Stolen by VanVleet. Powell, no one around him. No good from outside. Celtics leading by 20. Here's Brown, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him. His pre-shot preparation outstanding.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And you look at Jaylen Brown, the third pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness. Bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. To the wing on the left. Back to Smart. To the middle. Here's Cantor. Knocks down the 10-footer. Cantor's got his second basket of the game.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Williams kicks to Langford. Here's Ogilvy. No good on the triple. Outside Lowry. Misses the 3. Boston leading by 20. Pass to Williams. Nice ball movement by Boston. Elbow shot is on the way. He can't get that one to fall. Now Toronto takes it the other way. It's Powell on the wing. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Powell's got 6.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Smart passes to Ogilvy. Here's Langford. And he comes up with the deuce.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Good. He's got 8.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. It's interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way. They change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are.
And Kevin, last season there were a couple of glaring deficiencies for the Celtics. I thought they had a problem with shot selection. Too often I thought they settled for pull-up jumpers. They did not exploit their length to get into the paint, nor did they exploit their ability to get to the free throw line. And ultimately that really cost them.
And with the Celtics last season, Doris, the league's lowest rate of free throws attempt and bottom 7 in offensive rebounding.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They had a couple of players coming off of surgeries, knee troubles. Sometimes that can make you hesitant to mix it up on the interior. But boy, if you want to win, you've got to get to the free throw line and you've got to get to the offensive glass.
Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Walker. He feeds it to Cantor. Ibaka with some nice D. Raptors trail by 16. Here's Lowry. Rebound by Williams.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level. His determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, DA. Great story, and thank you. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hollis Jefferson passes to McCaw. Off target from outside. Celtics leading by 13. Right side to Walker, and it goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Lowry. And so it's Boston with it. Hayward finds Tatum. Right side, Williams. Brown outside. No good on the shot. And so it's the Boston Celtics. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Williams at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Boston 5.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Here's Van Vliet, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Brown, and he overshot that one, missing. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Down by 15. With some arc, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, the touch and the focus, what a pretty move in the lane.
Brown outside, to the inside. The Celtics working the ball around now. Toronto grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's McCaw, and he dunks it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Walker dishes to Brown. Off the left rim and out. Raptors trail by 11. Now Van Vliet got a hand on it.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots.
And it's in there.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Gasol. Back to Van Vliet. Rebound by the Celtics. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brown. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Toronto calls timeout. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnaround, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
The Celtics making a switch here. Panthers checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Powell's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. And we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thank you, David. On the wing, Brown. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. Brown no good on the free throw. And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court.
The pass to Kanter. He kicks it to Tatum. Up and in from the low block. Tatum's got 6 here in this quarter.
Guys, this guy is a natural-born scorer. Jason Tatum finding his groove.
Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Walker, and it's Lowry penetrating. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Kev.
Knocked away. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. Back to Tatum. A baseline J. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 6 assists in the game. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. 15-point game. Rejected by Walker.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jason Tatum.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. A new group in now for the Raptors. Boucher is checked in. Stanley Johnson comes in for Norman Powell. Miller's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Payne in for Kyle Lowry. Miller with a wide open look. They get it back. Gasol. Banked in off the glass.
You know that Marc Gasol is going to pursue the rebounds. It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. He won't give up on a play.
And Langford with the stop.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Passes it to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Tries to save it. Williams with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Down low. Here's Poirier. And another basket for Boston.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And finished off by Gasol.
I tell you, once Marc Gasol gets to the rim, turn the lights out.
Langford kicks to Ojale. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up for Dorisburg.